Good morning, all of you. Let us start the next chapter, that is the landform of the earth. Landforms means the land having the different features, like mountain, plains, and plateaus. It is generally known as a geomorphology, where the geo means earth, mor means form means plain, plateau, mountain, and logy means science. It is known as, it is called as a geomorphology, the study of a topography. Study of a land features is known as a geomorphology. Now the different landforms are there on the earth surface, somewhere it is a mountain, somewhere desert, somewhere it is a plain. Combinedly, they are known as a topography or the different landforms we will study in this feature. These landforms are very important to study. It is because they influence the human life and activity. The human life is totally, activity is totally governed by the land feature of the region, like the people who lives on the mountainous region having a different activities, social as well as economical. The people which are living in the coastal region, they are having the different activity, like on the mountains mostly the people they rear the cattle and the sheep. In the coastal area mainly they engage in the catching fishes and all that things. So this is how the human activity is totally governed by this land feature. So it is very important to study the landforms of the particular region. It is also the very effective barrier between the two groups of the people. Like in the India, it is separated by the Himalaya in the north from rest of the world. So the people who lives in the India and the people lives in the other part of the other side of the mountain, having the different type of a custom, tribes and all that things. It is also a climatic barrier. This mountain makes a climatic barrier between these two countries. This mountain is also helpful for the rainfall in the India. It is also helpful for the stopping cold winds of the China. So this is how this climatic feature also effect on the makes a climatic difference between the region. The other hand, like a plain area, was the densely populated area is there. Agriculture was practiced. Most of the industries are there in the plain area. It is because the it is a plain area, settlement is easy, the construction of a road and railways are easier. So this region having a densely populated region. While in the coastal region, the vast coastline was there. There mainly the natural harbors are there. The people are mainly engaged in the trade industry, import and exporting things, the promotion of the catching the fishes, and all the things was done. The landform of the Earth's surface is a order of a series of a change. The somewhere the mountains are there. It is not in the earlier time. The plains are derived in the mountains. The mountains eroded and becomes a plain. So it is slowly and gradually they take changes. The features of the land get changes. Now the first feature we are going to start, that is a mountain. Mountain, it is a raised land which is surrounded by the lowland and the surrounding area. Mainly the most of the mountains, they are occurs into a chain. Chain means one layer, two layer, layer by layer the mountains are there. That is known as a change or the range. Chain or the range. So many mountains are there, it is a raised land and surrounded by the lowland. Generally, they are in the chain. You take example of a Himalaya, the Rocky, the Andes. They are the chain of the mountains. While we also have the single mountain is also there, like in the Africa, the Kilimanjaro mountain is a volcanic mountain. It is a single isolated mountain because of the volcanic eruption this mountain originates. So we are having the range of mountains, and many places are there where the single range of mountain is also there. Most of the mountains are formed due to the folding of earth crust. The upper layer of the earth crust, you have studied in the previous chapter how the upper mantle behaves in the semi-liquid form. So the crust was on the semi-liquid form. So because it is a floating on that, the earth crust is get many times folded. When the two forces working in the same direction, the crust is folded, and because of this folding, this fold mountain occurs. Not only when they are folded, but sometimes also what happens when the forces of the interior of the earth working in the opposite direction, the earth separates, the crust is separated, and the fault is created, and because of that also the mountain is created. So the mountains are formed generally because of the volcanic eruption or the folding or the faulting process. Now, how these mountains are built? It is known as a orogenesis. The period in which the mountain was built is known as a orogeny, and this process, how these mountains are built, is known as a orogenesis. So, orogeny is a period when the mountains are built, and orogenesis is a process in which these mountains are built. Now we will see one by one. We will see one by one what are the different types of mountains that we'll see in the next session, types of mountains. Thank you.